Well, later on in that hearing, Rand Paul was the only one with a pair of teeth between his lips when he said to her, I think he said he would have fired her. I believe so. Which one is that? Is it 2 or 3 where he says he would have fired? Well, let's hear clip 2 of Rand Paul.
I'm glad that you're accepting responsibility. I think that ultimately with your leaving, you accept the culpability for the worst tragedy since 9/11. And I really mean that. Had I been president at the time and I found that you did not read the cables from Benghazi, you did not read the cables from Ambassador Stevens, I would have relieved you of your post. I think it's inexcusable.
See, he's got guts. He said what most Americans who have a brain would have said. Now listen, by the way, for those of you who are left-wing goose steppers, listen to clip 3.
You know, we can understand that you're not reading every cable. I can understand that maybe you're not aware of the cable from the ambassador in Vienna that asked for $100,000 for an electrical charging station. Your department spent $100,000 on 3 comedians who went to India on a promotional tour called Make Chi Not War. But I think you might be aware of the $80 million spent on a consulate in Mashar al-Sharif that will never be built. I think it's inexcusable that you did not know about this and that you did not read these cables.
So Rand Paul has shown himself capable of leadership today. She's not the heroine. He is the hero. He's the one running with the flag. It's interesting who's coming out on top here. There's another big topic. Leon Panetta is lifting the ban on women in combat. I covered this a month ago. It's a very important story. It explains why Obama has purged 5 of America's top combat generals over the last 3 months. Like Stalin, who purged the generals who threatened his power, Obama has purged 5 top combat generals over the last 3 months, and they were all good. And he purged them for one reason and one reason only. They threatened him in terms of their independence, number one. Number 2, he wanted to answer to the radical feminists who insist upon placing women in combat roles. Now, there's only one reason the women want to be in combat roles. Only one. There's only one reason. And do you know what that reason is? They cannot advance in the military to the highest levels unless they have combat experience. So therefore, they're saying we're capable of combat. Put us on the front lines, which opens up an entire can of questioning. The questions are quite simple.